race fans, welcome into Studio 3. I'm Alex Weaver here with Jonathan Merriman for the Xfinity Series preview show. Christopher Bell gets it done at Bristol. We had him in here last week. He said he wanted a big check. He got a big check.
He got that big cardboard check, and he did it by racing his tail off at Bristol Motor Speedway. He absolutely loves that racetrack. The track was prepped amazingly for both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series race. I thought both of them absolutely great shows. Bristol Motor Speedway, it's back, man.
It is back. Now, Christopher Bell, they were battling the whole entire time between him, Tyler Reddick, and Cole Custer got in the mix there with a pole sitter. Talk about a show that they put on here at Bristol, too.
I mean, when you think about the Xfinity Series and you think about, well, do we have a big three in the Xfinity Series? It's going to be those three guys. They're the best of the best in that series right now. They're all on top of their game. So that's what you expect when you get to a track like Bristol Motor Speedway. The cream will rise to the top. Certainly those three guys, the best of the best in terms of Xfinity regulars right now.
Tyler Reddick was even going for the win in a Dolly Parton wig on pit road.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we coming up on Richmond Raceway, where it's the second week of Dash for Cash. The four guys that are in that race, Christopher Bell, obviously Tyler Reddick, Cole Custer, and Chase Briscoe. Is that the early Champ 4?
I don't know if you would say it's the early championship 4. I think it's too soon to tell that because so much can happen within the earlier rounds. But I do think if you look at Bell, I think he's a little irritated that, you know, it didn't work out for him last year. Tyler Reddick, for sure, I think if he knows if he can get to Homestead Miami Speedway, I think he can win that race. We saw he, you know, was able to burn it down there last year. It's the other two that I'm just kind of uncertain about. Certainly Cole Custer, we've seen a lot more consistency from him this year. I think if he can make it to Homestead Miami Speedway, I think he'll be a force to reckon with. And then Chase Briscoe, let's not forget, he's, you know, it's his first year in a consistent car. So I think there's still a lot more to learn about the latter two guys.
Well, Bell feels pretty good about his chances at Richmond, and here's what he had to say when I spoke with him in Victory Lane at Bristol. We're headed to Richmond Raceway for the next Dash for Cash installment. You get to go 2 for 2. I know that you like Richmond as well, so how do you feel about those chances?
I feel like we got a really good shot at it. Last year we won both races, so going to a pretty good racetrack for us. It's tough. You know, this place is one of the best racetracks for Joe Gibbs Racing, and we didn't ever really get me super comfortable in the car through practice and qualifying, and then whenever they dropped the green flag, I felt really good. So hopefully it's the same next week.
Now, we spoke earlier about our championship 4 for the Xfinity Series. Do you have Briscoe as a done deal right-in?
I cannot give up on Justin Allgaier right now. There's got to be a way that he turns this thing around for himself and that 7 car. We know that JRM is going to give him whatever he needs to succeed in that ride. I can't get over the fact of how good he was last year. And the bad luck started happening as the playoffs started for that series. So they've got to be able to shake it. And if he can just shake the monkey on his back, I think he can get back to form. So that's why I still have a spot or 2 reserved, because there are guys like Justin Allgaier who I mean, they've just got to get it done sooner than later.
All right, well, Justin Allgaier, his luck could turn around at Richmond, but who are you going with Friday night under the lights at Richmond?
I think Allgaier is going to get it done with that 7 camp, but I do think you should keep an eye on Noah Gragson as well. Let's remember he ran there last year for Joe Gibbs Racing, did pretty well.
All right, well, we haven't even acknowledged the fact that last week I picked the winner. Christopher Bell was in studio. I picked him. He won.
And she didn't get a cut of any of the 100 grand, so a lot of good that did.
We're going to work on that, Bell. All right, I'm going to pick the 20 camp again. He sounded pretty convinced about his chances to win at Richmond, so I think he's going to get it done.
Pretty smart pick. The 20 car, they're hot right now.
A lot of names to keep your eye on for the Xfinity Series. We are racing under the lights at Richmond Raceway, coming to you Friday night at 7 p.m. on FS1. It's the second week of Dash for Cash.